Greetings friends, Dragon here once again, and it's about that time for an upcoming release video. I had done loads of these in the past, unfortunately all of those were deleted, plus a lot of the release dates have changed, so I figured it was time to jump in and do a wee compilation of everything coming out between now through to March 2022. This is by no means every single release that's coming out. There's loads more than I would have time to mention here. If I covered absolutely every one, we would be here for the rest of our lives. So this is just the ones that are on my radar. Some that I'm definitely going to get, some that I'm probably not going to bother with, but I thought some of you guys might be interested in. To speed things up, I'm not going to run through all the special features for all the releases that are known, because a lot of the information is out there, but I will include it in the video as a still, so you can just pause the video and check out the special features if it's something you're interested in. I will also stick in chapter stops underneath, so you can skip by month or by title, put all the information underneath this in the description. So without further ado, let's jump on to the beginning of November. So the 1st of November, coming from Vinegar Syndrome, is the release of John Liu's New York Ninja, with pretty glorious cover art by Kung Fu Bob O'Brien. Don't know a huge amount about this. It's a bit of a lost classic, question mark, but certainly a lost feature made by John Liu, but never actually brought to market before. So Vinegar Syndrome have kind of put together all the original elements. There was no sound, original audio left for this, so they've brought in Don the Dragon Wilson and Cynthia Rothrock to record the lead voices for it. Interesting. I'm not too sure. I'm a bit on the fence about that one. Let me know if it's one that you are looking for yourselves. Jumping forward a week onto the 8th of November, and we get the next 88 Films Shaw Brothers release, which is Jimmy Wang Yu's The Chinese Boxer. Fantastic movie. Kind of highly recommended, coming out on both Region A and Region B, that one, with cover art by Kung Fu Bob O'Brien. We've already had the cover art reveal and already had the special features reveal, so they will both be up for you to see as I am talking. 2 days later, on the 10th of November, we get Ran, Akira Kurosawa's classic, coming from Best Buy as a Steelbook, so it's going to be a Region A exclusive for the standard Blu-ray, and then I suspect the 4K disc that comes with that will be mostly region free. 4K discs don't tend to be region coded. Same day in Japan, we get the 5th installment and final installment of the Rurouni Kenshin series, confusingly called The Beginning, even though it comes after the final, but this is the kind of prequel movie that kind of shows how he abandoned his life of being an assassin and getting his reversed blade, all that good stuff. Exciting, and that's available as an exclusive via Amazon Japan. I'll leave a link down to that below. That's certainly the nicest version that I've seen, but no English subtitles on that. 2 days later, we get from France, we get Magic Crystal, coming from Spectrum Films. Again, this is starring Cynthia Rothrock and Richard Norton. That's a Wong Jing movie, but will be no English subs on that one either, so it's going to be one that you're going to have to jump through a few hoops if you want to add English subs for, as is always the case for the Spectrum releases, but don't let that put you off because they are fantastic. A couple of days after that, on the 15th of November, we're back to 88 Films, and we get a Jean-Claude Van Damme release, Cyborg. I know quite a few of you have been picking up the Van Damme releases from 88 Films. So same day from Arrow, we get Sailor Suit and Machine Gun, directed by Shinji Somai, coming out from Arrow Video. Looks intriguing, great cover art. Not a film I know a huge amount about, but sounds interesting. Same day from Eureka, we get Cinematic Vengeance, the 8 films by Joseph Q. I will run through and make a separate video about that, as I had before, which has now been deleted. So if anyone wants more information on that, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll stick up the details of the box set as I'm talking here. You can pause and check out the extra features, see which films are included. Also from Eureka that day, we get a reissue of Mothra. This was previously available as one of their hard kind of box editions. This is just coming out in a standard kind of normal Blu-ray case of their Masters of Cinema range. Pretty good. I shouldn't say Mothra, I should say Mothra. Good fun. Not maybe as good a movie as some of the Godzilla or Gamera films, but still pretty good fun, and certainly Mothra would go on to appear in quite a few of the Godzilla movies. Same day, and we get Snake Eyes and a compilation of all 3 G.I. Joe movies. Not ones I'm going to go for, but I'm mentioning it because the choreography for Snake Eyes was done by Kenji Tanigaki, who did all of the Rurouni Kenshin choreography and did an incredible job with them. So somebody messed up, and I doubt it was him, because Snake Eyes was very poor. But I'm mentioning it for the sake of completion. So you get that as a standalone release, and there's also all 3 of the G.I. Joe movies put together on one release. And the first 2 kind of notable for starring Lee Byung-hun as Snake Eyes in those older movies. And a day after that, jumping back to the States, we get the Criterion release of the Once Upon a Time in China collection. So directed by Choi Hak and Sammo Hung, in the case of Once Upon a Time in China and America. Loaded with extra features, really nice box set in a similar style to their Bruce Lee His Greatest Hits box set. and great. But at the moment, no plans for this to be released outside of America. Not too sure if this will coincide with the Barnes & Noble sale. That's kind of what I'm holding off for myself to see if it gets a bit cheaper. And on the same day, from Third Window Films back in the UK, we get Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes, which I did cover in a previous video, which has now been lost. I'm going to be saying that a lot today. And intriguing, looks like a sort of time travel or kind of time loop movie. The guy who runs a cafe, an internet cafe, I think, and realizes that one of his computers is able to show what's happening 2 minutes in the past, another one showing what's happening 2 minutes in the future, I think. So he creates a time loop. Sounds like it's good fun. And on the 22nd, we get the re-release from Arrow of Battle Royale, the 4K edition. But for those who've not picked it up, which I can't imagine is that many of us at this point, I think everyone must have at least one copy of Battle Royale kicking about now. Anyway, amazing movie, directed by Kenji Fukasaku, and if you have not quite got it, you will get another chance on November the 22nd. Same day, from Eureka, we get Full Alert, directed by Ringo Lam, another kind of later Hong Kong classic crime thriller, and pretty good fun, and one of the last kind of decent kind of crime-based movies to come out of Hong Kong before the switchover before 97. Towards the end of the month, on the 26th of November, out of Korea, we get a pre-order for Wong Kar-wai's 2046 from Nova Media as a Steelbook release. A couple of different cover options for this. These have been arranged kind of ongoing from Nova Media that are selling out incredibly quickly, so I'm not too sure if anyone has been jumping in and getting the other ones, but it's the pre-order that becomes available on the 26th of November. It's not going to get released on that day, but do jump on the pre-order straight away if you want to track that one down, because they sell out incredibly fast. Also on the 29th of November, have the actual release for Spooky Encounters, again from Nova Media. This is their 2K remastered edition, available as a normal or plain edition, they call them. It was previously available as a limited numbered edition. This is, I think, probably the same print as one that was on the numbered edition, that I'll have to double check, but much nicer artwork than we saw on the British release, but no extra features. The British Eureka release had a lot of extra features on it, so pick your poison. You either go for the nicer cover art or you go for the extras. You might well already have that if you've been following my channel for a little while. I did a giveaway on my old channel for Spooky Encounters. 29th of November, also same day from 88 Films, we get the One, Jet Li's movie, their second Steelbook after the Dragons Forever Steelbook in October, and that brings us to December. So moving on to the 6th of December, and we get a Criterion Region B release, which is not often something I say. Criterion don't often put out that many titles across here in the UK compared to the number they release over in the States, and we're finally getting Jean-Pierre Melville's The Samurai. Don't normally cover French cinema here, but that one's worthy of a mention because it was massively influential for John Woo when he created The Killer. It had a huge influence on that movie, both in terms of style and tone and partly in subject matter. A classic, really beautiful film. And so that's coming on the 6th of December and a lot cheaper to buy for us in the UK as a UK Criterion release than importing it. The day after, we get John Woo, the man who was inspired by The Samurai. We get his first American movie, Hard Target, another Van Damme movie. This one's a Region A release coming from Kino Lorber. Quite a few extra features on it, available as a 4K and as a regular release. And then a couple of days, 5 days after that, we finally get the Shawscope Volume 1 box set from Arrow. Incredibly exciting, probably going to be the best release of 2021 by a pretty long shot. I have the review discs for this already. I'm working my way through the box set and it is incredible. More information on that as soon as I'm allowed to do so. But that comes out on the 13th of December in the UK and the 14th of December in the US. That's a slightly revised release date to the last one that we'd heard. It was originally going to be the 7th and 8th of December. It's now been pushed back a few days. And mostly includes films directed by Chang Che and by Lau Gar-long. Amazing. Absolutely phenomenal. Extra features are tremendous on it. Really, really high quality. The quality of the transfers themselves is breathtaking. Most of these have been done by Arrow themselves. Absolutely loaded. I could do and will do many videos breaking down what's actually on the set. Same day from 88 Films, another Shaw Brothers movie, which always keeps me happy. This time is another Chang Che movie. It's going to be Disciples of Shaolin. Again, we get Kung Fu Bob O'Brien on cover art duties, and that's already been teased out as a Fu Sheng starring movie. Pretty good. And comes, like I say, on the 13th of December. Same day, and from Third Window Films, we get Nobuhiko Obayashi's anti-war trilogy, films I know next to nothing about, but I know quite a few of you are big fans of the Third Window releases, so kind of including that here for the sake of completion. If it's one that you're interested in, let me know if it's one that I should be checking out too. And jumping back to the States for Snake Girl and the Silver-Haired Witch, which has been out for a little while in the UK, but that's it finally getting its Region A release across in the States from Arrow Video. But a black and white, strange, curious sort of horror movie. I think it was designed as a kids movie, but pretty freaky, pretty weird, interesting. And one that I skipped over because I didn't know how many people here are interested in anime, but on the 6th and the 8th of December respectively, we get the Region A and Region B box sets of the Evangelion TV series in various different formats, ranging from relatively affordable through to pretty cripplingly expensive. In the case of some of the collector's sets, there's a Zavi exclusive, there's an HMV exclusive. This is just the original TV series and OVAs, so this won't have any of the Shin versions, so it won't have 1.11, 2.22, 3.33 or 3.01 and 1.01 included on there, but you can see them if you jump over onto Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, they're screening all those at the moment, so you can see the reboots, which are incredible. Towards the end of the month, on the 21st of December, we get 2 more from Spectrum Films. We get Johnny To's complete PTU series, so all 6 movies. The first one was released here by Eureka not that long ago in their Masters of Cinema release, but this is all 6 movies in a box set. Looks really nice, but as with all Spectrum movies, that won't be English sub-friendly, so it'll entirely be in Cantonese. Same day, we also get The Gallants, kung fu movie, but quite a modern kung fu movie starring Chen Quan Tai, one that I don't know a huge amount about, but I've heard quite a lot of good things about. Intriguing. And then rounding out the month, pushed back slightly from its initial kind of release date, we get Jackie Chan's Armour of God Deluxe Edition from 88 Films. Incredible. Again, Kung Fu Bob O'Brien on cover art duties, and that has also been teased out. Looks like a great set. Complements their release of Armour of God 2, Operation Condor, which they put out quite some time ago, but really, really nice set. It's going to be one of these nice hard boxes, as they did with Young Master, Story of Ricky, and Robotrix. Moves us into January. Happy New Year, everybody. So we get on the 24th of January, from Eureka, we get a Sammo Hung double bill of The Prodigal Son and Warriors 2. 2 amazing movies in a very, very horrible looking box. Apologies, not a fan of the artwork. I know a few of you will be. I think it looks like garbage, so we'll be looking into trying to make a new cover for it. I've probably the worst looking Eureka cover I've seen so far, which is a shame because it's 2 of the best kung fu movies that they've put out so far. Certainly 2 of the best Sammo Hung standalone movies. Same day, or in fact to tell a lie, a couple of days later, the 28th of January, we get Burning Paradise from Spectrum Films, another Ringo Lam movie. Beautiful cover art on this one. Eureka, take note. Jumping back to January the 24th, we get Haruko the Goblin by Tsukamoto, released from Third Window Films. Again, not one I know a huge amount about, but I know there's a huge bunch of Tsukamoto fans out there. Let me know if that's one that is on your radar. And then rounding out the month, back to 88 Films with their release of Black Cat, another Cat 3 movie. And this is kind of basically a Hong Kong version of Nikita, another deluxe edition, so it kind of comes in a hard case poster, all that good stuff. Taking us into February, and we get 2 of the very pushed back 88 Films Shaw Brothers releases. So we get Chang Chi's incredible Flag of Iron starring the Venom Mob, and Legendary Weapons of China by Lau Kar-leung starring all of his regulars and Fu Sheng, on both of them coming on the 8th of February. Nothing much else on the radar for February so far. We jump to March and stick with 88 Films and stick with Shaw Brothers. And we get Shaolin Mantis coming on the 14th of March, another Lau Kar-leung movie starring David Cheng and briefly Gordon Liu. And Monkey Kung Fu, not to be confused with Mad Monkey Kung Fu, but again, pretty good kind of staple Shaw Brothers Kung Fu movie, also on the 14th of March. And still with 88 Films, rounding out the last of the releases from March that I'm aware of so far, is a Chuck Norris movie, Good Guys Wear Black, coming on March the 28th. And that takes us to the end of the actual release dates that are known. The rest is just things that I know that are coming, but I'm not too sure exactly when. So this is kind of April and beyond. And back to Spectrum Films in France, because they're doing a huge batch more Shaw Brothers releases throughout the course of the year. They've got another double feature coming, so we get What Price Honesty and Gangmaster together in one set. We get Corey Yun's Hero. We get Secret Service of the Imperial Court. And we get The Lady Assassin. I'm not too sure exact dates for these, but they have released out the cover arts for them. All of them look beautiful. And we have a couple coming from Cine Asia. Again, no exact dates confirmed so far. We have Betty Chan's final movie, Raging Fire, starring Donnie Yen. And we have Sacrifice, directed by Guan Hu, starring Wu Jing, kind of set against the backdrop of the Korean War. Both of these coming at some stage from Cine Asia, but like I say, no date confirmed. The Vengeance Pack release, they're putting out the new One-Armed Swordsman. Again, no date confirmed, but they have confirmed that we're getting a Narna, Venema and Mike Leader commentary track on there. Beyond that, really we're jumping really, I think, towards the end of 2022, and we get the Shawscope Volume 2 box set. No information known in terms of what titles are on there so far, but as soon as I do know, I will let you know. And hopefully at some point through the year, we'll also see a 36 Chamber of Shaolin box set coming from Arrow 2, because they've certainly teased that out in a postcard multiple times over the years. So I suspect that might well be coming at some point next year too. That is it. Well done if you've made it to the end of this. That's all the ones that I know about. Let me know underneath in the comments any that I've forgotten to mention, and I will maybe do an update as we get closer to Christmas time. I'll do an update about any of the releases mentioned in the video. If anyone wants more information, just let me know in the comments below, and keep checking back in as soon as I can tell you more about the Arrow Shawscope box set. I absolutely will do. Thank you for watching. Take care.